Yeah, what it do, baby Bubba to the boogie, the bang bang. Damn, this water hot. Woo! TP Corleone to the break of dawn. Just coming from getting my butter whipped, you dig? Was going to get on here and talk some music stuff real quick just to say I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all those who've been listening to my radio podcasts and shows for the last 3 years. You know, Funk Zone Radio Show, WGFMradio.com, Fridays, 12 noon to 3 p.m. Chicago Central Time. I get a chance to express my funk, to express the way I feel with the funk, and to play some of my original compositions. And I really appreciate you checking in with me, you dig? LWR Radio, London World Radio, the legendary LWR, which I didn't know until a couple of years ago was a pirate station in the UK back in the 80s when house and soul music, believe it or not, was almost illegal. You know what I'm saying? The music we know and love to jack our bodies to. Back in the day, when I was a teenager in the UK, it was illegal to have to pirate that shit over the airwaves. Can you believe that? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, proud to be a part of that family. Check me out Saturdays, 4 to 6 p.m. Chicago Standard Time, which is what's that? 10 to midnight UK. What the party is on to the break of dawn. TP Corleone, can you dig it out? On TP's house, London World Radio, you dig? And my latest show, which I love because it originates from my town, Chi-Town, the origin of house music. The House Mix Show, TP Sizzles on Chicago Sizzle Radio. Twice on Saturday. So it's all day Saturday for your boy, you dig? Waking you up 9 in the morning, 9 a.m. to 10. And once again at 1 to 2 p.m. Chicago Standard Time. Hot new station, cold ass station, handle their business very eloquently. Yes, they do. Chicago Sizzle Radio. No more stations for me, y'all. I'm right here, right now, doing what it do. Rocking the house, bringing the funk, which I am a part of all of those. But the main reason I got on here today is kind of self-therapeutic. Yeah, because feeling some kind of way, not in a happy way, not in too much of a negative way either, but just in a more pensive state, contemplative state, because last night I got news, like we all have, that a great actor passed, you dig? You all know who he is, but before I mention his name, I'm going to add him to a list of other celebrities of whom their passing over to the next realm of existence had affected me in some kind of way, you know. And it's kind of weird because, you know, people come and go, people live and die. Celebrities die every day, celebrities, you dig? But some celebrities touch some certain ways, you know, and it's really because they are public figures. You know, their body of work and their life are open to the public. They're an open book, so they affect people. Simple, point blank, just that simple. Like some people mention things in history, you know. Did this happen before Pac, after Pac, before Biggie, after Biggie, before Elvis, after Elvis, and so on and so forth, you know. So those celebrities' lives and landmarks, their passing and birth and their explosions are like landmarks in people's lives, you dig? So that's why dudes passing kind of surprisingly touched me in a way I didn't expect to be touched, and I'll mention that in a minute. So, you know, let's go back to Minnie Riperton, Rick James, who else? Bernard Edwards of Chic, who else? Even Eazy-E, yep, Eazy-E, Muhammad Ali, Prince, Michael Jackson, Vanity, Kimbo Slice, Oh, those were 2016 deaths. Yeah, those particular celebrities were people who I really followed and listened to or followed their career, their accomplishments, and so forth. You dig over the years, and when they passed, it kind of affected me. So, Chadwick Boseman, great actor who is most famously known for Black Panther, passed last night, and I was affected by it more than I expected to. I hear celebrities pass every day, social media, in the news. I'm like, God bless you, condolences to the family, and keep it moving. But when dude passed, when Chadwick Boseman, condolences to his family, rest in heaven, rest on the mothership, Chadwick. When he passed, the first thing that I thought about was it's kind of parallel and reminiscent to when Bruce Lee passed and Minnie Riperton. Yep, I'll say Bruce Lee and Minnie Riperton. Why do I say that? Well, and also my man John Cazale, who played Fredo from The Godfather. Well, Chadwick, come to find out, was battling a 4-year battle and lost a 4-year battle with colon cancer. And that is nothing to play with, We didn't know it. None of us knew it. None of us knew it at all. Well, last night when I found out he passed away, I was looking at Googling some of his interviews and speeches, award acceptance speeches he made, and things like that, and ran across a link that came out in June, which I knew not of, that his fans were concerned about a video he posted speaking about, I forgot which topic it was, but they were concerned about his weight loss appearance. They were hoping that it was because of he was losing weight for a role he was, to soon play, but that wasn't the case, So I thought about Fredo, John Cazale, who played Fredo in The Godfather. They said he was suffering from cancer as well, battling cancer when he played in The Two Godfathers. He played in Dog Day Afternoon, which is a classic, American classic, which as far as the critics goes, but it sucked to me. But he played also in The Deer Hunter with Robert De Niro and a young Christopher Walken, and who was my man, Goran, Vincent D'Onofrio. All this time suffering from cancer. I didn't know that. I saw an interview with Robert De Niro speaking on him about how he was a soldier. He handled his illness like a soldier that wanted any special treatment. And so during his short career, he played in some American classics. Well, Chadwick kind of did the same thing, Jackie Robinson biopic, James Brown biopic, and of course the iconic role of the Black Panther. And then I thought about Bruce Lee. I thought about how when I was a kid, my parents took me to see Fist of Fury, which was titled then The Chinese Connection. And after the movie was over, we were leaving the theater, and my parents mentioned that this guy, Bruce Lee, he's dead. He died. I'm like, yeah, I just saw him die in the movie. He did the flying kick in front of the police. The police shot him. They was like, no, he died for real. He's dead. And I thought they was just playing with me, pulling my leg or teasing me or whatever. I didn't know how to take that, you dig. Until a few weeks later, and I was 8 years old. So I remember this almost like it was last year, because it was a wake up and an eye-opening experience to me, to realize life ain't always a bed of roses. You got to keep on doing what you do, making it do what it do. But yeah, a few weeks later, after I saw that movie, it really hit me, and pop culture was telling me Bruce Lee was dead, and he was dead for a few years, whatever. I could not believe that shit, you know what I'm saying? So I was like heartbroken, you know what I'm saying? This guy, even though I was just a kid, it touched me. So I thought about how I can't tell my daughter, who was 6, that Chadwick Boseman, who played Black Panther, passed away, because she loves Black Panther, you know what I'm saying? Wakanda forever. She does this, with her arms on her fist on her shoulders crossed, You know, I bought her Black Panther and the Siri dolls for her birthday last year. You know, $35 a wop for some little ass dolls like this. You dig? She got the Black Panther claws, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Then I thought about Minnie Riperton, who I can't even listen to the song Loving You right now because it's such a beautiful song and it kind of brings tears to my eyes. Yeah, I'm a softie sometimes because she won the Grammy for Loving You, you know. Okay, don't laugh at me. But yeah, she won the Grammy for Loving You and then she died. What the fuck kind of shit is that, you know? So here's Chadwick Boseman, you know, kicking ass in his career. Then he died. But I give him respect because looking at his interviews, looking at how he carried himself as a class act in this day and age when it's very popular and financially profitable for those who call themselves blacks and African Americans to behave in such a clownish, buffoonish, wretched, I'm not going to say ratchet, I'm going to say wretched. Yes, a wretched manner. Very profitable for us to do that and get a pat on the back by mainstream media about those who run the entertainment game, but yet I never saw him doing that shit. So I give much respect to him for that. You dig what I'm saying? And the diversity in Hollywood, he spoke upon that when he accepted an award last year. You know, he didn't have to speak on that, but it did how Hollywood could use more diversity. He was actually happy and proud to be part of that, you dig? So I'll give him that. And I'm not one of those who goes around, you know, moaning, and which is okay for those who do, but moaning and crying about, you know, Hollywood needs to hire more blacks or this and that. But, you know, blacks, those who call themselves blacks, who are allowed themselves to be called blacks and African Americans, didn't build Hollywood. So, you know, when people create things, they create it in their own image. You dig what I'm saying? Like God created original man in his image. Hollywood created Hollywood in their image. So it's cool. I dig that, you know. But yet, with that being said, I do give much props and credit, at least, to Disney and Marvel, because I grew up a Marvel head, you know. If it was DC and Marvel, I was on Marvel, still am, you know, Marvel Comics, Stan Lee and all, you dig. I give them props on this here, that they took one of their B to C list characters in the Marvel universe, put him on a big screen, and he became an A-list straight over the top, just like that. Billions. The Black Panther generated billions of dollars, you dig, and Chadwick Boseman did a great performance to help bring that to fruition. And the rest of the actors as well, Forrest Whitaker, you dig, Angela Bassett, Michael B. Jordan, you dig, so much love on that tip, you dig. But yeah, he was proud of that, you know, and during a time when most of our heroes, I'm talking about those who call themselves Black Americans, who allow themselves to be called African Americans, but most of your heroes are picked by others, even through entertainment, you know what I'm saying? It took a fictional character like Black Panther for many of us to show some kind of public display of proud of your, I guess I can say, African heritage, even through a fictional character. It's sad it had to be through a fictional character, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us still get looked at a certain way with certain types of scrutiny to show pride in who you are without some kind of mainstream scrutiny. So they had to put all that energy into a fictional character, Black Panther, which is kind of sad when you think about it. But yet, he carried that well. And I think he knew that going into this and walking with that, kind of wearing that as a, I wouldn't say a burden on his shoulder, but he knew that. He carried that well, Chadwick Boseman. He did. That's why I didn't know the man, of course, but I suspect he knew that. That's why he carried himself with respect and dignity. So I appreciate that, Chadwick, you dig. Rest in heaven. And one last thing about that, how he was a soldier, he pushed through. We didn't know he was suffering from cancer. None of us knew it. His fans didn't know it. The public didn't know it. I don't think he wanted that kind of sympathy, that kind of pity, sympathy vibe attached to his career. He did what he did. He did it like a champion, which is a lesson to learn from. You dig? An example to learn from. Keep on pushing. Do what it do. Do what you do, because you create legacy that can inspire others. You dig? So rest in peace, Chadwick, and all those other entertainers that carry yourself with respect and dignity, knowing what you do does affect others and influence others. No matter what race you come from, I respect y'all who do it. So keep doing what you do. Rest on paradise. You on the mothership now, Chadwick. Chop it up with Stan Lee and create some more characters up there, you dig? One love. It's dark too. Woo! And check me out again on the radio. Again, my fans and listeners and supporters, I appreciate y'all so much. And I appreciate y'all giving me the energy to do what I do too. Peace, love, funkiness. But the funk signs in the air, wave them like you just don't care. You got to believe in order to receive. Can you dig it though?